2026 local government elections are beginning to take shape, with political parties announcing their mayoral candidates and positioning themselves for what is expected to be a closely contested election. BOSA has already named Nobuntu Hlazo-Webster as its Johannesburg mayoral candidate, while the EFF has announced Dr Tlaleng Mofokeng for the city. The ANC has, however, delayed the announcement of its mayoral candidates until September. The ANC faces a particularly difficult contest in major metros, where service delivery failures, financial problems and coalition instability have become a central issue for voters. To unpack the choice of mayoral candidates and what it means for the ANC and the broader 2026 election, we're now joined by academic, a lecturer and political analyst. That's Professor Levy Ndou. Prof, good to have you on the program this afternoon. So the ANC has delayed the announcement of its mayoral candidates until September. Tell us what you think about this. What does this tell you about the state of its preparations for these elections?
Sivume, good afternoon to you and good afternoon to the viewers at home. I think there was a lot of expectations by the general citizenry and the members of the ANC at large that finally the announcement was going to be made. But I think there could be a number of factors that would have affected the decision of the ANC now. Gwede Mantashe, the chairperson of the ANC, said something very, very important just before the beginning of the event. He spoke about the fact that if they could announce immediately, there could be people who could therefore defect to other political parties. Right. And that, for me, could be a very serious factor that the ANC has to look at, because I see that as a confirmation by the leadership of the ANC that there could be trust issues within the party, and there are certain people that can only be in the ANC only once they're being deployed to serve in government structures. And that is an issue that the ANC has to look at. Another aspect would be the dynamics within the party, that even though some of the candidates could have been taken to the communities and being approved by communities, the ANC still has to go through its own processes, and such processes could not have been completed, and that is why they've decided to delay this exercise. We also need to look at the fact that the different deployments of the ANC and its cadres could also be a factor that the ANC still has to look at, and they could still be processing such. But I think most people could be disappointed that the announcement has been delayed, because other political parties already have identified the candidates that they want them to stand as mayoral candidates. Right. And it means that their election campaigns are actually in full swing as compared to what is happening with the ANC.
Prof, to take from your words, you cite that trust issues might be at play here, but what qualities should the ANC then be looking for in its mayoral candidates at this point? I mean, can the right candidates help rebuild trust with voters?
Generally, different political parties have not been putting a lot of focus on local government. The prominent leaders in the different political parties would mostly be deployed at national and provincial level. And those that are at regional level and branches will therefore be deployed at local government. Right. And what we also do know is that local government is the one that has to provide important or basic services to the people. And therefore, you need the best of the best to be deployed at that level of government, so that they are able to deliver on the mandate of the party. But another aspect that I think we need to look at, and indeed the ANC has to look at, when they deploy, whoever they deploy, they need to look at the challenges that have been there in the different municipalities. If they had deployed people who could not be able to deliver, maybe they should be bold enough and say, we need to redeploy these people and replace them.
Right.
But another aspect is that when you deploy as the ANC, you need to look beyond your own political party, because in the era of coalitions, you might deploy a person who could be rejected by other political parties. So it's important to come up with someone who will also be accepted by other political parties.
Prof, before I let you go, the ANC has lost significant support in recent elections. I mean, how much of that decline is directly linked to local government performance and service delivery issues?
It is directly linked, because when the citizens of South Africa vote, they do not put the ANC at the same level with other political parties. The ANC is judged based on its performance. So when the ANC is not performing, therefore the ordinary citizens could punish them. So that is why it's important that whatever message that they bring and the individuals that they bring into the picture should be people that ordinary citizens will rely on, put trust on them, and indeed people would provide the potential to be able to deliver.
To ask it more frankly, I mean, has the ANC lost credibility because of repeated promises to improve service delivery and tackle corruption, particularly when many municipalities continue to struggle right now?
The Auditor General's report does not paint a good picture about local government in South Africa. And most of these municipalities that have been flagged by the Auditor General are the same municipalities that are run by the ANC, and that is an area where the ANC has to correct. Issues that are related to financial mismanagement are issues that have also been raised by the Auditor General. And indeed, corruption becomes one of the major challenges that the ANC deployees are facing. And that, in my view, is the language that the ANC has to talk about on a regular basis and ensure that such is rectified. And the rectification part is something that should be practically seen and felt by ordinary people on the ground to demonstrate that indeed the ANC appears to be doing something about the situation.
Professor Levy Ndou, let me thank you for your time. He's an academic, a lecturer and political analyst, of course, unpacking all the latest as the 2026 local government elections are beginning to take shape right now.